Acting in Krishna Consciousness. An essential subject from Vinaypedia. A person acting in Krishna Consciousness is a rare, good soul who knows perfectly that Krishna is the cause of all causes, the supreme enjoyer, maintainer of the creation, and dearmost friend to all. As such, a devotee always tries to perform activities in such a way that one constantly remembers Krishna with the purpose of satisfying him. When Krishna is satisfied by one's loving devotional service, the whole creation is rendered the highest service. Just as one waters the root of a tree which then automatically nourishes the leaves and branches, so by acting in Krishna Consciousness, one renders the highest service to all living beings. Service in Krishna Consciousness is best practiced under the able guidance of a bona fide representative of Krishna. By accepting the instruction of the spiritual master and making it one's life mission, one becomes well versed and advanced in acting for Krishna, and becomes liberated in this very lifetime. Srila Prabhupada's books, lectures, conversations and letters offer a comprehensive presentation of this essential subject as seen in the Vinay quotes acting in Krishna Consciousness category. An introduction from his books is given below in the following 8 quotes. Quotes from Srila Prabhupada's books. A devotee who is not perfectly freed from the resultant actions should therefore continue to act in Kaya consciousness seriously, even though there may be so many impediments. When such impediments arise, he should simply think of Kaya and expect his mercy. That is the only solace. If the devotee passes his days in that spirit, it is certain that he is going to be promoted to the abode of the Lord. By such activities, he earns his claim to enter into the kingdom of God. Nectar of Devotion, Chapter 10. A person acting in Kaya consciousness is naturally free from the bonds of karma. His activities are all performed for Kaya. Therefore he does not enjoy or suffer any of the effects of work. Consequently, he is intelligent in human society, even though he is engaged in all sorts of activities for Kaya. Akarma means without reaction to work. The impersonalist ceases fruitive activities out of fear, so that the resultant action may not be a stumbling block on the path of self-realization, but the personalist knows rightly his position as the eternal servitor of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Bhagavad Gita 4.18. A person in full Kaya consciousness is not unduly anxious about executing the duties of his existence. The foolish cannot understand this great freedom from all anxiety. For one who acts in Kaya consciousness, Lord Kaya becomes the most intimate friend. He always looks after his friend's comfort, and he gives himself to his friend, who is so devotedly engaged working 24 hours a day to please the Lord. Bhagavad Gita 18.58. A person who is fully Kaya conscious and is fully satisfied by his acts in Kaya consciousness no longer has any duty to perform. Due to his being Kaya conscious, all impiety within is instantly cleansed, an effect of many, many thousands of yaga performances. By such clearing of consciousness, one becomes fully confident of his eternal position in relationship with the Supreme. His duty thus becomes self-illuminated by the grace of the Lord, and therefore he no longer has any obligations to the Vedic injunctions. Bhagavad Gita 3.17. The Supreme is the personality of Godhead for the devotees and liberation for the impersonalist. A person, therefore, acting for Kaya, or in Kaya consciousness, under proper guidance and without attachment to the result of the work, is certainly making progress toward the supreme goal of life. Arjuna is told that he should fight in the battle of Kurukshetra for the interest of Kaya because Kaya wanted him to fight. Bhagavad Gita 3.19. Action in Kaya consciousness has to be executed in accord with the examples of previous bona fide devotees. This is recommended in the 15th verse. Why such action should not be independent will be explained in the text to follow. To act in Kaya consciousness, one has to follow the leadership of authorized persons who are in a line of disciplic succession as explained in the beginning of this chapter. Bhagavad Gita 4.16. Without Kaya consciousness, mere renunciation of fruitive activities does not actually purify the heart of a conditioned soul. As long as the heart is not purified, one has to work on the fruitive platform. But action in Kaya consciousness automatically helps one escape the result of fruitive action so that one need not descend to the material platform. Therefore action in Kaya consciousness is always superior to renunciation, which always entails a risk of falling. Bhagavad Gita 5.2. Activity in Kaya consciousness, or acting for the benefit of Kaya without expectation of sense gratification, is the highest transcendental quality of work. Even a small beginning of such activity finds no impediment, nor can that small beginning be lost at any stage. Any work begun on the material plane has to be completed, otherwise the whole attempt becomes a failure. But any work begun in Kaya consciousness has a permanent effect, even though not finished. Bhagavad Gita 2.40